Hi, I'm Randy Jeffers, and with me today is Danny Pacheco. Danny, you have had some incredible results on the SOS Shakeoff system. Now, as I understand it, you've been doing this for 90 days, and you have lost how much?
55 pounds, Randy, and counting.
My goodness. Now, walk us through the process, because you started 90 days ago, and you were one of the test guinea pigs, I guess we'll call you.
I don't know if you want to use the word pig, boss, but yes, I was one of the first people to try the system.
Okay, sorry about that. But you started out, and tell us what you did the first few weeks.
Well, I followed the instructions to a T. What I found out, and I think is very, very important to point out, is that all of this weight loss that has happened in such a quick period of time has been literally with no exercise. Now,
Wow.
I know there's going to be some people out there that are going to take offense to what I just said. I am not suggesting that people not exercise, but what I am suggesting is there's people that have let themselves go to the point where I was at 310 pounds, where it just physically it was impossible for me to add an exercise regimen to the weight loss. So for those folks that are out there in the same boat, this is a tremendous system, because with virtually no exercise, that weight has just melted right off.
So you started off 90 days ago, and then at the end of 30 days, where were you at?
I think I was around 22 pounds off after the first 30 days.
Wow, and then what happened?
Over 20 pounds.
Walk us through the next month.
Well, it just got, this is very interesting, because the product wasn't in production as you can see it in right now. We were just getting supplied by the creator, the formulator, which we'll talk about him in a little bit, Mr. Dean Tornabini. But so we ran out in the process, and so I had to stop the system, and I called Dean up one day and I said, hey, look, I'm out of protein. Can I just replace it with some protein that I had bought at one of these big discount stores? And he said, well, you know, if it's for a couple of days. All I heard was, yes, it's okay. I didn't hear the just for a couple of days part of it. And so I started taking this other stuff. I'm not going to say what company it is. It starts with a big C, though. And it was just, it didn't taste the same. It wasn't as satisfying. It didn't fill me up. But more importantly, the weight loss stopped. It just, that part of it, this part of it right here, that component of it, just stopped working synergistically with the other two. And as soon as I got back, I got a shipment of this, and the weight loss just started falling off again. Immediately on making that simple switch back to the way the system's supposed to work.
So in other words, when we say protein, protein just isn't protein. There's different qualities.
I really found that out in a very big way, because literally the weight loss that had started off so quickly just stopped. And it happened twice that I was off of the system in between those 90 days, where I'd say a total of 3 weeks went by where I didn't have enough product to keep me through the whole period of time.
So then you got this product back, and what happened then?
Well, immediately the weight loss just melted away. I wasn't hungry. I had a lot more energy, so now I could start, getting up the stairs without feeling like I was going to collapse. A lot of the aches and pains in my knees and in my feet just stopped. I don't know if you remember this, but we were in Chicago for a while, and I remember doing an event where a couple hundred people came down, and it was a whole day thing. I was so out of shape. I was at 310 pounds, and the next day I was flying back out to California, and so I had to literally crawl the next morning. And it was just very hard to get around. I got in the car. They had to wheel me in through the airport in Chicago in a wheelchair into a plane because of the weight loss. How heavy I was. And so when I've been using these products, I've realized that those aches and pains, even when I stand on my feet for 4 hours at a time now, I don't have those issues anymore. I mean, that was a big thing. I would literally have to crawl on the floor because of how bad my feet hurt.
My goodness, that's amazing.
Sorry to jump right in there, but this Optimizer right here, this particular product has some anti-inflammatory properties in it. I mean, it's just incredible for your health. You could really tell if you're off of it 2-3 days, you're going to start getting those aches and pains that you get when you're around, 40. I don't know what they're like when you're 42, but well, yeah, I'm getting right there. I'm 39 now, but I'm getting there. And there's a lot of aches and pains that go away just by taking that one product right there. And then, of course, the Slim It, that's going to take away the hunger. That's going to take away, the cravings, and it's also going to, accelerate your metabolism, and that's going to make the weight just fall off.
Well, I wish I could remember what it was like on 42, but that's too many years ago. So, but anyway, walk us through, Danny, what happened now, and that's the end of that second month. So you started off, you went 30 days, you lost how many pounds?
About 20, 22 pounds.
And then at the end of 60 days, where were we at?
I was right around, I think I was right around the 37 pounds lost, right about that time. It was starting getting close to the holidays, but I really haven't struggled being on the product. As long as I have enough of it and I can stay on it and take it in the morning, it's very easy. I mean, for a guy, it's super simple because all you do is put the protein in, 8-ounce glasses of water, maybe mix up with some banana in there, some peanut butter, and then you're off and you're done, and you don't get hungry for at least 4 or 5 hours, and then you have a sensible lunch and you're good. So it really has worked. After that, went on for another 30 days and got to 55 pounds lost, and that was about a couple of days ago that I weighed myself, so it might be even more now, but I haven't gone on the scale. I usually like to do it once a week and then be happily surprised when I jump on there.
So 55 pounds in 90 days.
That's right.
That's amazing. What an incredible success story that is, and just because of this product, that's what's done it, and it's impacted you in so many other ways in your life, hasn't it?
Well, yeah. I was talking to some folks that may not be able to relate to this, but just flying around, having teams all over the country. When you get on a plane, these planes are making them smaller and smaller to fit as many passengers in, and if you're the big guy and you're in between two smaller guys, you could feel them being annoyed every time you get up to try to use a bathroom, because you can't even fit through the bathroom door in an airplane. It's just it's terrible, and some people are going to relate to that. But here's a story. You have to. There's a lot of physical problems that happen when you gain weight. But there's also another social stigma, and there's discrimination that goes on, that happens, that affects the mind in a lot of different subtle ways. And so this is a life changer. This has really allowed me to enjoy the small things that other people just don't, they take for granted. But I'll give you a perfect example. Going to a restaurant with a group of people and somebody wants a booth, that's a problem. It used to be a problem for me. I had to get a table. There was just no other option. I had to sit at a table because I couldn't fit into a normal, what do you call them? I just said it.
I remember now going to some restaurants with you.
That's right.
You always wanted a table.
I'd always wanted the table, but it wasn't because, I really wanted that.